So we are a few days late with this one, but issue 69 of the Dragon Ball Super Manga was released on the 19th of February, and oh boy was it a good one. Nothing too much in terms of big game-changing battles or transformations, but a huge bunch of lore drops that really add to the Dragon Ball universe. So let's get into the recap, followed by my thoughts on the issue. So the issue starts with Granola returning to his home. He asks one of the locals to fix his ship and says that he's taken some time off work so that there is no rush. He then heads into a shop to pick up a few things. The shop worker asks how the old guy is doing, as he doesn't see him very much anymore. At this moment, we don't know who the old guy is, but it will be revealed later in the issue, giving us one of our big lore drops. I'm too excited and getting way ahead of myself. Anyway, the Shigarian, as they are called, tells Granola that he and the old guy should live in the city with them, and not up in a mountain all alone. He responds by saying that the city just wouldn't suit them. The Shigarian gives him a free bottle as he leaves. As he is leaving, his support, Oatmeal, yep, that's right, Granola and Oatmeal, asks Granola why he doesn't want to live amongst the Shigarians, to which he replies that the city was made by the Heaters and that it is not meant for him. Oatmeal then returns with a second question. Didn't this planet once belong to the Cerealians? Again, I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation of that word. Cerealians sounds better, but I guess it should be Cerealians? Anyway, Granola then gives us a little more backstory to 40 years ago, explaining that after Frieza's army had destroyed most of their planet, the Heaters came in and began to rebuild it. Then the Shigarians arrived and bought the planet for good money. In turn, the Cerealians moved into the mountains to avoid conflict and find a way to cohabit peacefully. He also explains that from the mountain, he can see his hometown that was destroyed by Frieza, and that way, he will never forget what Frieza has done. We are then taken to Vegeta and Beerus, picking up from the previous issue where Beerus had explained that he had other god techniques that Vegeta could learn. He begins questioning Vegeta on how many planets the Saiyans destroyed. Vegeta refers to the destruction of planets as sins, saying that after Frieza took over, the killing became business as usual. Beerus responds by asking if he's trying to place all the blame on Frieza. Vegeta insists that that is not the case. Beerus then destroys a decorative planet that is in sight behind them, with very little effort. He tells Vegeta that this is just a small glimpse of his power. Vegeta immediately asks how he can acquire such power. Then Beerus assaults him, telling him that as long as he lets the guilt of the Saiyan sins weigh him down, he will never be able to acquire this power. Then he tells Vegeta a fun fact, at least that's what he calls it, admitting that he was actually the one that told Frieza to eliminate the Saiyans. Vegeta explodes in rage and attacks, but Beerus defeats him with ease, sparing his life but still demonstrating his power. He then tells Vegeta that if he really wants this power, he will have to destroy any stray thoughts and rebuild himself from scratch, because before creation comes destruction. A bit of a light bulb moment for Vegeta. We then get taken to the Heaters on their planet searching. Here they learn about Dragon Balls, discovering that Moro had used them to regain his powers and Frieza used them to come back to life. They then recall that a tribe of Namekians used to share the planet cereal, but when they were wiped out, one had survived, an old man named Minato, who now lives with Granola. Then back at Granola's place, he is talking to Minato, the old Namekian, discussing how the Shigarians treat them so well, but it's likely out of guilt after taking over their home planet. Granola informs Minato that Frieza is back and that he wants to be the one to defeat him. Minato warns him to not even try it, saying that he is not powerful enough to do so. The two look across the room, revealing that they are in possession of a Dragon Ball, a tiny one-star Dragon Ball. We then discover that these Dragon Balls are only 2 in number, and if Minato is killed, the Dragon Balls go with him. The 2-star Dragon Ball has not been seen for over 40 years, and will likely never be seen again, at least according to the old Namekian. We are then briefly taken to Namek for a Dragon Ball history lesson, where we get another big lore drop. Namekians originally came from another realm altogether, and there are likely lots of Namekians that settled on other planets, each having the potential for other Dragon Balls. Then back to Granola, who is now watching TV. He sees on the news that the 2-star Dragon Ball has been discovered. It doesn't take him long to sneak out and steal the Dragon Ball from its protected location. Then, without wasting any time, he gathers both balls together and summons the dragon. This version looks similar to Shenron, but more snake-like. He asks Granola what he would like his one wish to be. Granola answers, saying that he would like to be the greatest warrior in the universe. And that is it, my friends. Overall, I thought this was a great issue. Maybe a few pages that were not really necessary. For example, I'm not sure we needed to visit Namek in the issue for the random history lesson. That info could have easily been given to us as an audience through a different conversation. Probably with Minato would have made the most sense. Also, very little Goku in this issue, which is always kind of strange. He got a small line in when Beerus destroyed that decorative planet, and that was it. But if you ask me, it's a welcome addition to Dragon Ball to be exploring other planets, different characters, and maybe taking a bit of time away from Goku. Dragon Ball has such a rich universe with so many characters and endless possibilities that it's almost a waste to spend all of our time with Goku, even if he is the best and the strongest. It kind of reminds me of Star Wars. Huge universe, countless story possibilities, yet we always come back to the Skywalkers. Time to give other people a chance. Now don't get me wrong, I don't want them to permanently kill off Goku or anything, just let him take a back seat for a little while. What were your thoughts on this episode, guys? Are you enjoying Granola as a character? Personally, I think he's great. I'm enjoying his backstory, he has a different design to what we're used to, and it seems like he's got a great arc ahead of him. Are you curious as to what will happen when the dragon grants Granola his wish? Well, we will probably be releasing a video on that next week, theorizing all of the possibilities, so be sure to check that one out and don't forget to subscribe for lots of Dragon Ball content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time on History of Dragon Ball.